whoever this person is, you are a sicko. I'm assuming this not the person in question right now. I'm assuming. Let's just start the video. Let's see.
2025, Detective Drew Sinclair went undercover posing as a 13-year-old girl named Claire.
Okay.
After posting a fake ad online, Detective Sinclair began texting with a person who answered the ad, a 42-year-old man named Ross.
42 years old? Whoa. Nah, bro. I ain't 42? Curious if you know. 13. Oh, is he paying for this?
Detective Sinclair then sent Ross a fake photo of Claire. This is how Ross responded.
Of course that's a child. 13. Natural amount of fear, but I'm okay if you are. I'm a professional. I have my personal life. I'm scared. This is sick. This is sick.
Ross texted Claire a receipt showing he booked a room at the Comfort Inn Hotel. He then negotiated with Claire to pay her $700 for the night, along with paying for Plan B birth control.
What?
Detectives traveled to Lake Roosevelt Elementary School, where Ross was doing administrative work during a school holiday.
Hi there. Are you Mr. Ashenfelter? Hi. Are you Mr. Ashenfelter?
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I'm Detective Hoffman, Sheriff's
Don't
Office.
be nice.
Yeah, hi.
Right now I want to tell you you are under arrest, so do me a favor, stand up, put your hands behind your back for me.
Excuse me?
Right now you're under arrest.
Okay.
Here, this is Detective Sinclair right in front of you.
Yeah.
He'll explain kind of what's going on.
Okay. Sure. I have reason to believe that you've been in communication, inappropriate communication, with a 13-year-old child that lives in home. Okay.
At this point, Detective Sinclair doesn't yet want to let Ross know it was him posing as Claire, so he uses a ruse pretending that Claire was real.
Apparently you told her at some point last week that you were going to come meet up with her, and she, and then you didn't. So she told her mom that she'd been talking to a teacher. We did some investigation and found out that that teacher was you.
Okay.
So that's why we're here.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep. You know you
Any
called.
weapons or anything on you, sir?
No.
Don't even say nothing.
I would like to talk to you a little bit about what's been going on,
Okay.
to see what your mentality was, why you did or didn't show up in Ellensburg. I'm relieved that you did not.
No.
But I would still like to talk to you about that because it is something that she said was an ongoing conversation for quite some time. And we have all of those text communications between you.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So I want to make sure you know that we are recording.
Okay.
Right now you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law.
Okay.
You have the right this time to talk to a lawyer, have him present with you while you're being questioned. You can afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you.
He's
For any questions
sick.
you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise his rights, not answer questions or make any statements.
You
You understand the
sicko?
rights I read to you?
Yes, I do. No statements.
No statements? Okay.
Yeah.
Assuming this is going to be important, we're going to want to take this with you.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, what's the process here?
So, like Detective Sinclair said, he'd like to speak with you, but of course you have the right to not speak to anybody if you don't want to.
And he's decided not to.
He doesn't want to make these statements right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what
You
we'll
call
do is,
regardless. It don't even matter.
these guys will transport you back to Ellensburg, and you're going to get booked into the Kittitas County Jail for communication with the minor for immoral purposes.
Is there a simpler way to do this?
Yeah,
Like,
it is. It's another simpler way. Take you out to the field. Every officer stand in a line. They pull out their weapons and they take turns on you. That's a simpler way. Everybody get a shot or two. Target practice. That's a simpler way.
Instead of booking and...
You're a teacher, bro.
well, it's a Class C felony, and we take communications and the potential. Like, you took some pretty good steps towards wanting to have with a child. So that's a big deal to us.
Okay.
It should be a big deal to you.
Yes, yes.
So
It's not.
I guess I'm failing to understand how you would like to simplify things.
It did not happen. So,
You didn't communicate with a child?
I never met with her and I never intended to.
No,
Yeah.
okay. I don't want to ask you any questions because
Yeah.
you've said that you don't want to provide a statement right now.
Yeah.
I would like to know more of what your version of events and your side of the story is, but until you decide that you kind of want to waive your Miranda rights and have that conversation, I really can't ask you any questions, okay?
Okay, so I have to go to Ellensburg?
Yes.
How long is this process?
You'll
You
go
shouldn't
to
get
court
out.
tomorrow, and then bail will be set.
Worried about the process.
That's out of my wheelhouse. That's not anything.
I mean, jail? Do I need to stay the night for jail?
You'll have to see a judge before you'll have to go to an arraignment or probable cause hearing for the judge to determine that there's probable cause, and then he'll set a bail amount. And basically, if you do bail out, some criteria that you have to follow, and one of them is probably going to be that you don't have any contact with children.
Okay.
So you probably won't be allowed back to the school for the foreseeable future.
You just threw your whole life away. Threw your whole life away. You idiot. You creep. And he ain't the only one. It's plenty of teachers like that. And that's the scary part. There's plenty of teachers like that. They prey on these little kids.
Okay.
At least until your case is adjudicated.
Is there any way for, I'm not going to run and I'll show up. Is there any way
We don't
to
know nothing.
not need to go all the way to Ellensburg?
No, we're going to Ellensburg today.
Okay.
Like I said, I've read all of the text communication between you and this child, and it's highly inappropriate for
It is.
any adult to have
Yeah.
with
You
a
should
child,
admit
let
it.
alone a fourth grade teacher.
Okay.
Do you have any more questions for me?
Is it necessary to handcuff me? I'm not
Yes.
going anywhere.
Right now, when we get to the car and you're sitting down, we'll move into the front because it is a long drive and they do kind of suck behind your back. But our policy requires us to have people in our car in handcuffs.
But they will be moved to the front of your
Yeah,
body.
but we'll move in the front so you're not sitting on it the whole time.
You just want
Okay,
the easy
let's,
way out in life.
The search warrant it does include your car. We're going to search.
Well,
your
my
car.
students will not be ready for tomorrow.
Okay.
Bro, we don't care nothing about that. They can get a substitute teacher to come in and teach your class, bro. You are the worst teacher. And you just want everything to be simple. Everything to be easy. That's why you're in this position now, because you tried to get a little kid. You tried to be too easy. Now look at you. The officer should make that ride very uncomfortable. Leave him cuffed in the back. I don't care how long the ride is. Yes, you're going to jail. The next step is prison.
The chief's going to contact the superintendent and let them know.
You have my phone?
Yeah, it's in there. We're going to serve a warrant on it.
How far away are your medications?
Right there, because she's for union rep. I'm going to Ellensburg to be booked.
Okay.
You probably want union rep for service.
Okay.
little shock right now. So I'm going to contact my brother.
And what do you want me to?
Tell him what?
I've been booked
Okay.
for inappropriate communications, but I have done nothing. So,
Okay.
How long is the booking process?
It depends on how busy the jail is.
Why does that matter? You ain't got nowhere to go.
okay, can I stay overnight or get released?
You'll stay overnight.
Okay. Yeah, online communication is want to avoid it. Yeah, not good.
It's funny
Not good at
now.
all. But for that way, so let's see less people potentially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'd want the same thing.
Embarrass him.
Just,
Walk him through every classroom. Take him to the cafeteria. Embarrass him. Take him to the gym. He needs to be seen. Walk through campus. It needs to be an embarrassing ritual to let all the kids know, hey, this was your teacher. The pervert.
I have a personal request, if so, okay, please. You know, I'm really sweaty. Is it possible
I
to
can
take off my sweater? Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Too many
I appreciate
requests.
it. You guys are very professional. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm just sweating, and thank you. I was just sweating a bunch. I was like, should I ask or not?
No problem.
Thank you. I was just sweating a bunch. Like, should I ask
I
or
know you're
not?
right in the sun. Do you want me to close this back up and
Thank
just
you.
try to get the AC going?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Ross was charged with communication with a minor for immoral purposes. He was held on bail but was released after posting the $100,000 bail. He pleaded not guilty to the felony charge in Kittitas County Superior Court, and his trial is set to begin January 14, 2026. The Kittitas County Sheriff's Office urges anyone with information related to the case to contact them.
Why would we have any information about the case? He was texting the detective the whole time. The detective